Hello students, welcome to Saurav Sir's classes. In this video, I'll be discussing the various charts that are used in industrial statistics and economical statistics. This will be very helpful for your master's entrance and also to brush up your concepts about it. So let's start with the first chart. I will be discussing first X bar and R chart. X bar and R chart is mainly a mean and range chart. They are mainly used for dealing with variable data to monitor the quality of a manufacturing process Now we are using both the chart, that is X and R chart together, because both the mean and variation will have to be under control. Mean and variance both have to be under control. Now here we will be using some notations which I need to tell you earlier. X double bar is equals to average of subgroup average. XL bar is equals to average of ith subgroup. N will be number of subgroups. R bar is the average of subgroup range. So for X bar chart, UCL is equals to X double bar plus A2 R bar, and LCL is equals to X double bar minus A2 R bar. For R charts, we have UCL is equals to D4 R and LCL is equals to D3 R bar. This will be R bar. Now the second chart I am going to talk about is X bar and S chart. Second, X bar and S chart. X bar and S chart is nothing but something like X bar and R chart. Instead of variance, we use standard deviation in this chart. Here also X double bar is equals to average of subgroup average. XL bar is equals to average of ith subgroup. N is equals to number of subgroups. S bar is equals to average of subgroup standard deviations. So now for X bar chart, UCL is equals to X double bar plus A3 S bar, and LCL is equals to X double bar minus A3 S bar. And for S chart, UCL is equals to before S bar and LCL is equal to B3 S bar. In all these charts, statistical quality control lie inside control limits. Now I will talk about acceptance sampling. So what is acceptance sampling? Acceptance sampling is a method by which we make a decision whether to accept or reject lots based on inspection of sample. Inspection of samples. Its main objective is to pass a judgment on lots and not to control or estimate the quality of lots. Again, if we don't consider the entire lots, that is without considering 100%, if we make a conclusion depending on samples, then it may lead to risks, and the risks are mainly, one can be consumers risk, and the other can be producer's risk. Now we will talk about several acceptance sampling plans. There are always sampling plans, so let's see how they plan the samplings for acceptance sampling. Acceptance sampling plan. Acceptance sampling plan mainly depends on three types of plans. One is single sampling plan. Here the inference is made depending on only one sample. Number two is double sampling. In double sampling, inference is made depending on one or two samples. And finally we have sequential sampling. In this case, inference is made, that is, inference is made depending on additional drawn samples. Now we will talk about single sampling plan in detail. So here is single sampling plan. Sampling. We are going to talk about it in detail now. So let's start. Single sampling plan. A single sampling plan of size small n is drawn from a lot of size capital N, and the lot is accepted if the number of defectives in the lot is less than the specification. That is, a sample of size n is drawn and the items of the sample are inspected. Let the number of defectives in sample be D. If point A, D less than C, the lot is accepted and the defective term that is D is replaced. And point number B will be, if D greater than C, the lot is rejected and the entire lot rejected and the entire lot is inspected. So we can say that these are the two main properties of the single sampling method. In this case of single sampling method, we can say that in this case the items of the sample are inspected and the number of defectives of the sample must be D, which should be less than C for when the lot is accepted and defective terms, that is D, is replaced. And if D is greater than C, that is number of defective is greater than C, then the lot will be rejected and then the entire lot is inspected. Well, thank you for watching the video. Hope this helped you solving your queries and you get to learn something new about industrial statistics and charts. For more videos, you can keep checking our channel, so you will be provided with more videos there, and this will be very helpful for your MSc preparation and brushing up your concepts. Thank you.